I'll get it. Oh, welcome to Review Rewind, the show where a dumb idiot pushes the wrong buttons, but we watch movies of old to see the reviewers were spot on or a little off. My name's Mike.
I'm Tristan.
And this week we're talking about the Santa Claus.
Ho, ho, ho.
It's a play on words. Spelled different.
Oh, because you got an E at the end.
Yeah, so it's like a clause, like a clause in a legal document. How about that?
Yeah, what if it was spelled CLAWS? Then it would be like a little cat going meow.
Oh, that's the cat version of this movie. That's right up today's alley. Anyway, hi Tristan.
Hi.
Hey, what's your bright spot?
Today's a weird day.
Yeah.
I had one and then it just disappeared. I don't know, man.
It got dim.
I can't think of anything particular. I'm just, doing good. Yes.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. Yeah.
How about you? Because I'm failing at this today.
On Thursday, whatever day it was, I went to Knott's Berry Farm after hours for some radio thing, and it was fun. I very much realized that I have reached that age where, I feel old in that I had some serious moments where I was like, oh, I don't remember this ride at all. And I've definitely gone on it a few times.
Yeah.
And the last time I was on Ghost Rider, it was still like a wooden train.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're like modern day roller coaster carts.
Is the whole ride, is it metal now? Or
no. The ride itself is still wood, but the coaster is...
They updated the cars.
More updated, and it goes so fast.
Yeah.
Every picture of me on a ride, my face just looks completely surprised and shocked because I just couldn't hang. It was rough. It was rough. All right, The Santa Claus, directed by John Pasquin, written by Leo Benvenuti. I said I got all the right syllables. All right, Steve Rudnick. Produced by Brian Reilly, Jeffrey Silver. Jeffrey Silver is like a big wig producer, right?
Jeffy Silver.
I feel like, and then Robert Newmyer, Oscar Mayer, Newmyer. It's relevant. I'm just gonna say this now before we even get into the thing, but when he blows on the Oscar Mayer whistle, it's the saddest thing ever. Like, they could have put a sound effect to make it sound like really great, but it was like
yeah, it was pretty sad. Hey, just to the producer, Mr. Silver. Mr. Silver has done such thing. I know we're jumping the gun here. He's done things such as the Santa Claus, obviously. Dennis the Menace Strikes Again. The Santa Claus 2.
Oh no, this guy sucks then. Okay.
Santa Claus 3. Okay.
He's not good.
More relevant ones.
Okay.
300.
Oh, there he is.
Terminator Salvation, Tron Legacy, Edge of Tomorrow.
Most
of these movies aren't great.
He still seems like a piece of shit.
Beauty and the Beast, Ghost in the Shell.
Wait, Beauty and the Beast live action or
live action? Yeah.
Well, come on. This guy feels like you know what? I'm not going to. I was about to say. I was going to be like, he's like hanging on the coattails of other people, but then I was like, we don't know this guy. I don't know.
Hey, The Lion King. we call it live action. It's not live action. Do we call it life animation?
No, it's just CGI. People
Because
are dumb.
but we can't call it animated.
It is animated.
It is animated, but it's made to look like real. Anyway, The Little Mermaid.
That's why I say it's CGI.
Tron Ares.
It's computer generated. It's CGI. It's a CGI movie. You could say CGI animated. But
it's not live action.
It's not it's certainly not live action. There's not a single live action thing about it. And I feel like I can go on a soapbox about Disney even more so with that whole thing, because they just did like $1 billion deal with Sora AI or whatever, one of those AI things. So Disney can go fuck themselves like that. It's a bad company now. I feel like it probably has always been a bad company, but it just feels like the decision making they're doing now is just to make the buck, and they don't care about the product in the slightest.
Yeah, it's a shame. Wow, we're never getting a Disney sponsor at this point. It's a shame.
No one was going to be streaming this show on Disney Plus. I'll tell you that much.
Back in the day, like in early Hollywood, Disney played an important, significant part in getting small production companies and studios into the big theaters. Like, they played a part in getting that to happen.
Right.
It's unfortunate to see that they are now the big studio who is making it more difficult for everyone else, when they could be having a more positive impact on the film industry. But here we are with OpenAI getting too much money from them.
I was going to say, Walt Disney could be rolling in his grave, but there are so many rumors and things about Walt Disney that he could either be like a really great guy that just had some issues, or he's like a piece of shit racist. I don't know. But I will say, under the structure of how some of the products came out, I don't think he would have been very stoked that all the creative aspects of storytelling are just gone and forefronted by his company. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing to romanticize. Disney is simply to romanticize the idea of awe and wonder in entertainment. Everything they do in entertainment has a little bit of awe and wonder, nostalgia, whatever it might be. And this move is such an egregious step in the opposite direction that I don't know how they're going to fully recover from this. Like, I remember there was a time in the 80s where Disney was like really, really struggling. And they really weren't sure if the company was going to make it.
Yeah.
I think we're about to head to that direction again. They can make all the money in the world. That doesn't mean that the company is doing well. And I know that feels like an oxymoron, but there's a point where money will continue, but their aim for profits will destroy that path. It will make it so that that's not a helpful, functional thing. We've lost the time where companies make a profit and then reinvest that profit into the company. They're just trying to do like shareholder stuff and all that. I know this feels like a real side tangent, but it's just, this is a Disney film, and it just feels like like Santa Claus was kind of an ambitious film because they were really trying to do more live action stuff, and they hadn't really before. And this was with, at the time, one of the most upcoming popular comedians, because Home Improvement was a huge show. And it was ambitious. And I think it accomplished what they were hoping it would accomplish. I don't think they're going to be this ambitious anymore. I don't think we're going to get movies like this for a long time. Everything has to be a blockbuster or something, you know?
Yeah, I feel like we have two kind of things happening. We have it needs to be a blockbuster, or it's the lower quality straight to Disney Plus streaming, which is higher quality most of the time than the straight to VHS.
Were you did you say it in this, or did we say it in passing? Maybe I just saw it online, but I did see it. It was that Star Wars has officially spent more money on their TV shows than they have on their movies.
That's crazy.
I don't know if that's an actual, I don't know if that's a correct statistic. I just heard it.
Is that including the animated stuff?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I guess they've been making a lot of animated stuff recently,
Andor is essentially 2.5, 3 movies just spread out into TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
You know, their streaming should be expensive because you are making these really extended films.
Mm-hmm.
Just in TV settings. So none of their shows are low budget or really under budget from a film.
Mm-hmm.
It ends up being a broader scope. So they're telling more story at the expense of maybe some of the CGI stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still a lot.
Yeah. No, I think the shows that they do for those types of things most of them are really high quality. Like the Star Wars ones, they put a lot into them. The other series, they will do a lot for them. It's the movies that go direct to their that feel like it's this weird in between.
Right. I see what you're saying. Yes.
Yeah. So I think we don't get to what you're saying. I feel like we don't get this type of movie either in theater or at home anymore because there's two different versions of movies that they're making, and we don't get the movie that's ambitious or lands in between that is hey, we're going to do some effort to this one. It's going to go to theater. We know it's not going to be a blockbuster. I feel like we don't get even family movies like this anymore.
No, not at all. Alrighty.
Wow, we really went on a tangent there.
Yeah. Starring Tim Allen, Judge Reinhold.
Mock trial with Jay Reinhold. All of our Arrested Development fans will get that one.
Oh yeah. Wasn't there a TV Judge Reinhold?
I mean, Judge Reinhold was on TV.
No. You know how they had Judge Judy?
I mean, it's only Arrested Development that I can think of where he was doing a Judge Judy type show.
Uh-huh.
But it was just because his name was Judge Reinhold.
Let's see. I'm looking up because I could have sworn maybe. Oh no! Maybe I think I was just missing something.
Yeah, I think you're just getting
him
the reference from Arrested Development.
Maybe I don't
mixed
know.
up with real life.
Anyway, Wendy Crewson, David Krumholtz, Peter Boyle. Cinematography by Walt Lloyd. Edited by Larry Bock. Music by Michael Convertino. I'll just go ahead and we'll have this part of the conversation. Music's great.
Yes.
Music's really good.
Yep.
Good job, Mikey. Production company, Walt Disney Pictures, Hollywood Pictures, Outlaw Productions. Do we know who that is? Who is that? You just took. I just asked you at the worst time.
I took a giant bite of a huge piece of pizza. Bad timing on my part.
Okay. Oh, well, some relatively success. Training Day. And that's about it. Santa Claus, National Security, Leatherheads, Three to Tango. There was a lot of movies in the East. Sorry, in the 90s. I just read East.
In the East.
Wagons East, which was I believe John Candy's last film.
Mm-hmm.
How to Be a Player. Anyway, I really set that up for failure, didn't I? Alrighty. Release date, November 5th, 1994. This movie is 31 years old. That released in Hollywood and then throughout the U.S. November 11th, 1994. Runtime of 97 minutes. Here's where I just don't think we're going to get this. Had a budget of $22 million. So back then, it even wasn't that big of a budget. Grossed in the U.S. $145 million.
Yikes.
Opening weekend, it essentially made its budget back. And then gross worldwide, almost $200 million. I just don't think you're going to find a family holiday film that's going to just do that well.
I mean, it makes sense why
on a
they made
risk.
2 more of this.
Yeah, on a risk, really. Like it. Yeah, I don't know.
Wait, did they make a show?
Yes, they did.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's where some of my feelings for this property get a little weird because Tim Allen has definitely gotten kind of weird. And when that show was coming out, he was still very much in his weirdness. Here's what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna lose some people here. If you genuinely say like, oh, that woke stuff, like with mad at the woke stuff, I think you're an asshole, and I'm never gonna take you seriously. And it's just the way it is. And so he got real up on his horse about that stuff. Anyway, that's that stuff.
It's crazy that they probably. I'm looking at some pictures from the show because I never watched it, and I would anyway.
I don't think I'm ever going to watch it.
The makeup of him looking like Santa Claus looked better in this movie than I think it did.
His makeup, okay.
Anything else?
I know we haven't even gotten to the recap yet, but let's talk about this movie a little bit. His makeup is so good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Like the hair, the beard.
I have a decent sized TV, and it's HD and all that. A 1994 movie, upscaled. It still looks like his makeup looks so good. Every step of the way, every part of the journey. CGI, trash, but they didn't really have the budget for it.
Yeah.
But all the practical stuff is phenomenal in this movie. It's really, really good. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that more in a minute.
Recap!
Now we transition to a recap rewind, where we rewind and recap the film for you. This week, it's a twosome. Ew, what?
Weird.
I'm going to ask Tristan to help me. Tristan, when the sound starts, you start.
Okay.
You ready?
Let's do it. Please state your name for the record.
Bernard Francis Elf.
Date of birth.
Look, when I was born, we didn't really use calendars the same way we do now. But for reference, let's just say December 1st, 680.
December 1st, 1960.
No. 680.
Right. All right. Now about your testimony. You will be awarded immunity.
Sounds great. Won't matter, but I just like to tell stories. It all started about a year ago. Santa was getting rough. His health was getting worse, his attitude even more so, and he was talking a lot about the big red sled in the sky, and he wasn't talking about his work sled. I sent a scouting team to search the earth for his replacement. We needed someone who knew a little bit about logistics, had a little bit of thick skin, and still, somewhere deep down, believed in Santa Claus.
We're focusing on the kidnapping.
I'm gonna get there, I promise. So we find this guy, Scott Calvin, a successful businessman who is a bit of a failure as a father, but deep down, he loves this kid more than anything. He just doesn't know how to express it. And deep down, he believes in a little bit of magic. On Christmas, Santa visits his house, and bada bing, bada boom, Santa pretends to die and locks Scott into a contract of his life. Scott is the new Santa.
So wait. Did Scott actually kill Santa?
No. No. Now, do you mind? I'm telling a story. The reindeer and the gear do the work in helping Scott finish off Christmas, and the sled takes him back to the North Pole. And I meet Scott and Charlie.
So he did kidnap the boy.
That was a year ago. The boy was in Scott's custody at the time. And will you shut up and let me tell the story?
Sorry.
In that year, Scott started to transform into Santa. Caused a bit of issues at work and at home. His ex-wife Laura and her husband Neil were worried about Charlie, who was obsessing too much with Christmas and the idea of Scott being Santa. But come on, can you really have too much Christmas? Anyway, around a month ago, Laura and Neil felt Scott's transformation was too much and went to the legal route in preventing Scott from seeing Charlie. But they did it under false pretense.
How so?
They thought Scott was losing his mind because he thought himself Santa.
But he did.
No. He is Santa. He wasn't losing his mind. He actually became the real Santa. And if you interrupt me again, I'm going to make sure that your kids, your grandkids, and your great-grandkids only get coal. I convinced Scott to take Charlie the first time. That was my fault. But he came back, and Scott talked to Charlie and told him to stay because Scott felt it was the best thing for Charlie to be with his mom. That gesture convinced Laura to cancel the custody stuff and just let Charlie be with Scott. Laura and Neil both believe now, by the way.
That's all well and good, but just because Laura canceled the custody process doesn't mean we still can't charge you and your boss for kidnapping.
True, but there's also one thing you're forgetting.
And what's that?
I'm an elf. He's Santa. We don't abide in your laws. And I'm about to leave through the means of magic, and no one's ever going to believe you, so you might as well forget about this whole matter. Also, generations of coal. Can't forget about generations of coal. Now, if you'll excuse me, I will be on my way. Bernard disappears. The cops delete all evidence of the case and try to forget it ever happened. Oh, and that Denny's, it did get apple pie again.
Yay.
Crap. This story is very straightforward.
Yeah.
It's a very straightforward story.
Yeah.
So let's get into the nitty gritty.
The nitty gritty.
First and foremost, I actually think direction is pretty good.
Yeah.
Some of the shots are really good. The composition between shots are really good. This guy did Home Improvement. The director.
Tim Allen?
No. He directed some episodes of Home Improvement. I don't know if he did that first, but 39 episodes, so wow.
Wow.
He also did Jungle to Jungle, which when I was a kid, I loved that film. I cannot confirm nor deny whether that was a good film.
This guy has to be like Tim Allen's director.
Yeah.
Right? Because the Santa Claus, Jungle to Jungle, Home Improvement, and then his newer stuff, Last Man Standing, Shifting Gears.
No.
Like they've worked together.
Rules of Engagement. Yeah.
They've been working together a long time. Although Tim Allen wasn't Rules of Engagement, but
he wasn't? Who was
No,
that?
That's Patrick Warburton and Megan Price. Hey, I saw an episode of this show filmed live.
Hey, was it funny?
I laughed, but I don't know if it was actually funny.
Kat Dennings, why are you doing a TV show again? Anyway. Yeah. All in all, I thought it was good. Now seeing his stuff, his history, it kind of makes sense how some of it does feel like a TV show.
Mm.
It does have that vibe sometimes.
Yeah.
But the set design was good. It all looked really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. It's good. Cinematography wasn't bad. There were some moments that were kind of whatever, but it wasn't bad.
It's very 90s in the way that it feels.
Yeah. I cannot what state are they in?
Did they ever say?
No, they say the town because the cops at the end, they have the town printed on there.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know what state they're. It's snowing, so it can't be like Southern California.
No. It's
I feel like it's somewhere in the Midwest.
It's like northern Midwest.
I was thinking like Michigan.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Alrighty. Music, great. Writing. You know what? The jokes weren't half bad.
Yeah, I think there were some really good jokes. I think they still made me laugh. But there were a couple that I was like, oh.
The 90s. There is that little bit where you want to get mad at him for being so like anti-psychologist psychologist, where he's like poo-pooing his degrees, like he's not a real doctor. Mm-hmm. You know, there is a little bit of that, but then at the same time, Jesus, I just knocked something over. All right. And at the same time, Neil is way more pretentious than I recall him being.
Yeah. There's
a little bit of me that's like, maybe it's not him being like a full-fledged asshole. Maybe Neil's just a prick.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple times that the way that he talks to Charlie.
Yeah.
That's like, that's...
How old is Charlie?
A little condescending.
How old is Charlie in this?
He's supposed to be like 6. Well, hold on. Having failed to break it easy to their 6-year-old son, Charlie.
He's 6 years old? Okay, then some of the writing is not that great, because the way that he talks to Charlie, not just the condescending, but there was something that was happening on the sleigh where he asked Charlie, he's like, "What's that?" And Charlie gives him a decent answer, and then he's sarcastic. But now looking back at it with that in mind, why are you asking a 6-year-old that? Why are you asking a 6-year-old to? I have a 7-year-old. I wouldn't ask her certain things like.
Yeah. Well, and also the fact that Charlie was the one who was like, "Ah, yes, I helped put this thing into this brand new sled, and it was me who came up with this idea." Like, dude, you no way.
Kudos on him. He's smart 6-year-old.
Smart kid.
How old was
the
he?
The actor was born in 86.
So he would have been 8.
Okay.
That's close.
Okay.
But here's the thing. I will get a little weird about it. I'd believe it more if it was an 8-year-old. But 6, that's pushing it, man.
Yeah. Does it help that by the end of the movie, he's 7?
Yes.
Okay.
It does. It doesn't.
It
doesn't answer the first night, but everything else is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Shit. What happened? Ray said something the other day, and she used a word that I never used, and I never heard her use before. But it was used in the right context. It's probably like a 3 or 4 syllable word, and I was just like, "The hell." I know it's because she's reading, but she used it correctly. That's the kicker.
The surprising part, yeah.
Might as well get it out of the way and talk about it. CGI is terrible. It is so bad. It is so bad. At the end of the movie, you think that it's going to be okay, and you see the reindeer like kicking their feet, and then the last 2 seconds when they're in the distance, they go stiff. They go 90 degrees stiff, and they float away. And I was like, you couldn't just like stretch that out a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
You had to. What happened?
Well, it really makes me wonder if like the quality of the film at the time, like they were like, oh, nobody's ever going to see that.
Right.
But now that it's been like HD remastered, blah, blah, blah.
Oh.
It's like, now we can see every pixel.
It would have been in the film.
Yeah.
It would have been like you would have seen it in the movie theater.
Yeah, maybe.
If it was just TV, I think you could have gotten away with it. Animators do that.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of that, but do we know who did the CGI for it? Nope. CGI? Nope.
I mean, special effects. The blue screen unit, they would have done the.
Oh wait, hold on. No, that's Buena Vista Visual Effects. So it was probably Disney.
Visual effects. There we go.
Yeah. See, this was people can complain, but it's kind of they were trying to build their own like in-house special effects too.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted everything in-house, which that's fair. Let's see. Just for the sake of looking at it. Superman 4, Quest for Peace. Ernest Saves Christmas. Turner and Hooch.
What are we looking at?
These are all the companies that used Buena Vista.
All the movies that use Buena Vista Visual.
Yeah. DuckTales the movie. Dick Tracy. Mr. Destiny. Dylan the movie. Shipwrecked. Beauty and the Beast. Encino Man. Honey, I Blew Up the Kids. Or the kid.
The kid.
The kid. Dave. Beethoven's Second.
Uh-huh.
The Santa Claus. Mortal Kombat. And then it ended with Troublemakers versus the End of the World. The fuck is that? Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls was also on the list. Anyway, short-lived.
Yeah.
Maybe 10 years and then stopped. But the CGI was bad. It was bad.
There was very few moments that it was not distractingly bad.
It felt like the couple times where it was specifically over Tim Allen, so like when his hair grew out and different things like that, it seemed like they tried to get like another pass on the film to be like, this will make it kind of mesh a little better. But then the lighting abruptly changes because the film has gone through an extra pass. You know, so what I'm talking about is specifically the idea of when you're trying to mesh the animation with the film, you're essentially just filming over it all. And the problem with that is the more the film goes through this process, the more it starts to whiten out. So like you really lose contrast.
It's getting overexposed and stuff.
Yeah. And so that's why in 90s movies and 80s movies in particular, because they were doing this more often, you can tell when something was about to happen as far as a special effect or a special camera effect, because suddenly all the content in the film would lighten up slightly. Now through digital remasters, they can kind of fix the color a little bit and blend it in a little. But VHS, that was not the case.
There was a shot when they first see the reindeer on the roof,
right?
And they look up, and then it cuts back to Tim Allen, and then it cuts back to the reindeer. Those two reindeer shots look different. Like the coloring is different of the reindeers. And it's not like they animated two different types of reindeer. It's just like it looks like someone animated the first shot or someone color graded the first shot and then somebody else color graded the second shot, and they did not match it at all. It's a subtle thing that most people aren't going to notice, but because we're taking it apart like this,
I'm also just because it's part of the it's technically a part of the effects. The reindeer, the puppeteering on the reindeer, it's great. It's really good. Like you can tell they're puppets, but it's really fun.
Yeah.
He is credited, but always have to give props up to the great Frank Welker, who did a lot of the reindeer voices. If you don't know who Fred Welker is, fucking get a job.
Wow.
Sorry, got real intense there. Frank Welker is probably one of the most used voices in Hollywood, and most people don't even know that they're hearing him. He got his big jump in Scooby-Doo. He was the OG voice. Well, I had a lot of different syllables happening there.
Voice.
He had the OG voice. A little bit like a very masculine Liza Minnelli there.
We'll get there.
Of Fred from Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? My brain's bleeding. It's fine.
And then he later became Fred and Scoob.
Correct. But around that time, people were finding out that he can just do animal sounds. And so a lot of movies that have animal sounds will have him in it. Yeah.
I mean, if it's either him or it's I forgot his name, and I know people are going to be mad at me for forgetting his name. It's one of those three names. I can see his face. Why can't I think of his name? Give me a second. D. Bradley.
Oh, yeah.
Baker.
Yes. He's also a very prolific voice actor.
He does a lot of animal sounds.
But I will say I'm still in the 80s for him. He's got a big list.
This guy has Frank has 900 credits for voice acting.
Jesus. But some of the voices you may know, because a lot of the 80s, 70s, and 80s shows might be a little hard for some people to pick out. God, I'm still in the 80s. I've been scrolling for a while.
How far back are you? Are you going all the way back?
I went all the way back, and I was like, "Oh, I'll find something." No. I think one of the first ones that I think of is Aladdin. He played Abu.
Oh yeah.
And then from there, I think he played Dr. Claw in Inspector Gadget.
Did he?
It would make sense. He definitely did it in a movie. I don't know if he did it in the actual show, but that voice is like right there.
Yep, Dr. Claw, Inspector Gadget.
Yeah. That's like perfect. Oh my gosh. Now, you know what? I have never connected that. And now thinking about it, duh.
It makes so much sense.
That's like right there. He not only did he do Abu, he did the voice, and I don't think he's credited for it, but the tiger cave in Aladdin, he did
the Cave of Wonders.
The Cave of Wonders. He's the voice of the Cave of Wonders.
Mm-hmm. All right. I mean, we could just list everything.
Yeah,
he's done voices.
He's in Futurama. He does Nibbler. He does a lot of Scooby-Doo. He does George in Curious George, the TV show, or the movies, the animated movies.
Mm-hmm. He did. Going back still in the 90s, Chip and Dale, Rescue Rangers, The Rescuers Down Under, DuckTales, Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yeah.
Adventures of the Gummy Bears.
Gummy Bears. No, everywhere.
He was the voice of Razor and Taka from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles too.
Yes. Mama. He plays a bunch of different Transformers in all the different movies.
Mm-hmm. Weird that he wasn't. There were some of them where it's like, why didn't he do that voice in the other one, but he did it in that one?
Why didn't he do the voice in the other one, even though he's like perfect?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It's just funny hearing him talk as like Fred, which is basically his normal voice.
Mm-hmm.
And then hearing all the other stuff. And it's really curious because like, how do you make your voice do that? Anyway, that was a long thing. The reindeer are great. So, anything else from visuals?
So much.
We talked a little bit about music and sound. The music's great. There's nothing.
Music is good.
I don't think we need to dive into that other than it's great. It's good music.
Practical effects are fun.
The practical effects are really good. We already said that, but like they're really good.
Mm-hmm.
The North Pole looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I actually was going to say the house designs, the stage design for all the houses and stuff.
Yeah.
I was really jealous of those houses. I was like, that's a nice house.
Uh-huh.
Fucking 90s. I bet they only paid like $100,000 for that.
The steal.
What a steal. I bet you Scott would be. I was about to make a boomer joke. Let's move on. Scott Calvin. Actually, before we get into Scott Calvin, let us talk about the elves. I'm going to start with Bernard. I love Bernard.
Yeah.
He's kind of a hard ass.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like his little talk with the first elf that he's like has interactions with, where he's like, "Are we working? Get back to work." You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it does seem like he's kind of a nice guy. It makes me wonder. It's very curious about there are hints and things that are happening in this story, but I don't know if they ever pay off.
Such as?
In the first minute of the film, there's an elf.
Oh, yes. What's up with the what? Why?
So the thing I did with the recap, I think that's what it is. I genuinely think that it is
they're scouting out the next.
No,
Santee.
I think that was their, hey, we're going to pull this off today. So everyone keep an eye on him and make sure he's where he needs to be. I think they've been scouting him for a while. I don't think Santa was killed or died. I think it was just magic because
he waves. He waves at the end.
Yeah. And he disappears. So every time Bernard disappears, you hear the little jingle bells. And when his body disappears, you hear the jingle bells. So I think he just retired.
And you know what? Because they show Bernard just disappearing later, it does show that it's more than just like, oh, he became a force ghost. Like,
here's my theory.
It was Bernard the whole time.
Here's my genuine theory. Who's Bernard the whole time? The Santa?
Yeah.
No.
What if they didn't have Santa before?
No.
What if Santa was already dead and Bernard was like, okay, go. What's your theory?
My theory is that when you retire from Santahood, you go back to normal. And then you live out your life wherever you were. Because Scott Calvin is, I don't know, 30-something, almost 40. I don't know how old he's supposed to be in this film. He's born Tim Allen. Not that they perfectly coincide, but Tim Allen was born.
Wait, am I old enough to be Santa Claus now?
Maybe.
Oh, no.
So 1994. So he's 41 in this film.
Okay.
So he's just now in his 40s. And immediately turns into an old man. But because of the magic, he doesn't age anymore. He could be that way for 100 years. And I think it's just a choice to the person. And I think as soon as the clause is released, you go back to normal. Maybe part of the clause is an NDA or something.
Maybe you've got, you know what? Maybe all those guys are the mall Santas. All mall Santas are retired Santa Clauses.
Well, I don't think that works.
No, it doesn't.
No, because like, say you do it. Well, Bernard
Maybe
is
it's like being the president.
Bernard is like 1600. Well, Bernard is like 1600 years old. So say you do it for 100 years. And then you live your life. You're long dead by the time the next Santa changes again. So I just think it's a cycle. I feel like a lot of people make a lot of crazy theories to make it sound a lot more scary or whatever than it really is. I just think it's...
Okay.
Ready? You got a theory?
You ready for this interconnected theory? All those movies that we see where there's a guy who's like, is he Santa Claus? Is he not? They're kind of weird. That is an old Santa. That's not current Santa, but that's retired Santa who still has a little bit of magic in him. And so he still brings the magic of Christmas with him.
Hold on, though. Hold on. What if, depending on how long you're Santa for, you do have some like magic residue, and it just extends your life longer? What a sad fucking life. My wife My wife has been gone for 30 years.
Yeah, there's a curse to being Santa.
Everyone wants to find like some dark side to the theories and everything. You go on YouTube and you look up the Santa Claus, and everyone has like the dark thing. I think that's all that is the internet's fault.
Yeah.
I think you can come up with like a decent theory. You do find yourself in a position where there will be some darkness to it, because ultimately a person's life is sacrificed for the sake of humanity, for the sake of the job.
Yeah.
And that in itself, if you just think about it for a second or two, it's like, oh, that's kind of sad.
That is sad. You know,
wow, you pushed past that real quick.
I'm trying not to.
You just like kicked up, you just stood over the dead body and walked right by.
I was like, yep, that's a dead guy.
That's
Here
sad.
we go.
You know what? That's real sad, guys. Super sad.
At the end of the movie, I'm sorry, it is a sad thought to somebody. Moment of silence for the fallen Santas.
All right, hold on. Ready for the moment of silence? And here we go. All right, moving on.
Thank you. At the end of the movie, Charlie says something to Neil, and Neil is like, you know, you're going to make a great psychiatrist someday. And he says, no, I'm going to get into the family business.
You know what? That was low-key the darkest fucking line in the whole movie.
And when he said that, I said out loud, I'm going to kill my father and become Santa.
My favorite part of that is, you know, he's looking up. He's like, I'm going to follow in the family business. And Neil, like, stops for a moment. And then he, like, I think he, like, makes his eyes real wide. And I think there's an interpretation to be like, oh, he's saying his dad's business. Got it. But I think he was like, that kid's going to kill his dad. Which, you know, I hate all the darks, but that's a funny joke. That's a really funny joke. I'm gonna kill my dad someday. With just glee of innocence. That's what makes it funny.
I'm gonna take over the family business.
Well, how do you do that? Santa has to die. Scott Calvin, Tim Allen. He's a bit of a prick, and then he softens as the movie continues. That is Tim Allen's thing. Through all the movies he's in, he plays an absolute asshole, but then he has some real moments of humanity and goes, I see the error of my ways. And then you take his sarcasm in stride. Yeah.
I have a little bit of a problem, though.
Go for it.
He doesn't change. Santa Claus forces him to change.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not like Scott Calvin.
Is this a Wonder Woman 84 scenario?
Oh no. I didn't know what you meant by that, but now I get it.
My point in that is that Chris Pine's character, the entire movie is not Chris Pine. We see
him as Chris Pine, but
we
it's
see
another guy.
But his spirit is possessing another body.
Yeah.
And in that, does the magic of Santa, is that just
possess the person,
controlling him and leading him that direction and making him more Santa-like, or is he as a human seeing those things and feeling empathy and actually changing his way?
Yeah, because when he goes back to work, they're introducing the total tank or whatever, and he's like, oh no, what about this and that and that and this and that, and then he goes out and is talking to Peter Boyle, and he's like, I don't know what came over me. So it seems as if it's something that he does not have control over.
I don't know. The Santa in a tank was a bad idea.
Yes.
Like, all those ideas were bad ideas.
But then his diet changes. He starts eating things differently. Like,
he's magically possessed.
He is possessed by magic.
Yeah,
and he
absolutely,
does not have control over the personality change that happens.
Because arguably a human would be dead if their heart started beating to Jingle Bells.
And And like
That's
pausing
not- that's
to
not
get
how-
the last get that last note.
Yeah. He was dead. He was dead the whole time.
Uh-huh.
The magic is just keeping a cadaver moving. That's really what's happening. Yes, I get your point. I don't.
Scott Calvin does not become a better person.
No.
Scott Calvin becomes Santa Claus, who is a good person.
I mean, and isn't that all we want in life?
That's
Not for us to really go through the process, the hard process of changing ourselves, but to be spiritually impregnated with something that is good, which then takes over.
Yeah.
That I have no issues with that. Oh, God, when you say it like that, that is. I didn't realize how problematic that was. That is kind of problematic.
Because on the surface, we're like, Scott's changing. He's becoming a better person. No, he is out of his control becoming Santa Claus.
Because how do you figure that out? How do you discern what is him and what is the magic? Because if my theory has validity, wouldn't he just go back to being him? The same asshole he was in the beginning of the film?
Once he retires, yeah.
Yeah. What would maybe seeing the good after many years would then
start to
change him. But there's no guarantee of it. There's no way to suss out,
because we still see elements of the actual Scott in there.
Which sarcasm you can still be kind and be sarcastic.
Sarcasm is not a sign of being a bad person, but there are other things that he does.
I don't know. Some psychologists say that's not true, but fuck them.
There are some moments where he is kind of like when he's walking down the street and he's saying like, "Oh, that's so and so. Nice list. So and so."
You know what?
And like,
hey, I know that it will be considered like ultimately objectifying and all that, but when he, whatever her name was, Stacy, the pretty girl, he goes, "Stacy, very good," and she goes, "In your dreams," and he's like, "Huh?" That was a very funny moment to me because I think he was genuine. I don't think there was him like sexualizing her. I think he was like, "Oh, this is Stacy, and she was good. She was good this year." And then his response was genuinely like, "Wait, what just happened?"
It's true. He does have kind of a
yeah, because the response is very His most misogynistic move in this whole movie is in the beginning of the film.
When he takes the mic.
He takes the mic, I was like, "You motherfucker. What is that? You're a team. What?
Yeah, and the way that she looks at him too is like, "What?"
Yeah. That's legitimately the worst thing. Everything he does with Laura, he's mad. Like he's upset at the divorce. So he's doing it out of that, not necessarily because she's a woman. That moment was very much like, "The fuck, dude?"
Yeah.
Who do you think you are? Anyway, all right. Scott Calvin doesn't really change. Problematic character, maybe impregnated with the will of good spirit. Could be changing, but we don't know how to suss that. So there's problematic. Judge Reinhold as Neil. Man, you know what? There was a little bit of me remembering this movie where I was like, Neil's right sometimes. He's a fucking dick, dude. I hate Neil. Everything Scott says to Neil, I'm like, yeah, that's right. Stupid ass sweater.
I'll tell you what, though. I'll bring Laura into the conversation as well. As a kid, when you watch this movie, you are 100% on board with him becoming Santa Claus,
right.
Charlie going with him, like going on the adventure of that. As an adult,
oh no, yeah,
Neil and Laura are 100% in the right to be freaking out the way that they are. And
to an extent.
Here's the thing that I realized.
Okay.
Near the end of the movie, He comes and he gets Charlie, or he comes to talk to Charlie, and then Charlie goes with him. Bernard's fault.
Which I said.
Which you said. And then in that, they're like, oh no. And then they call the police and the whole thing happens. In movie time, this movie is really bad at giving the passage of time.
Yeah. Because
there are a couple of moments where they say something and they're like, okay, it's been a week. And then the next thing, it's been a year. Like there's scenes that are supposed to take place in like the summer, and he's sitting over there in a sweater and a beanie, and it's like it still looks like it's midwinter right now.
Right.
A year passes, and he takes Charlie, and it feels like he's gone for a couple of days, max. Bernard at the beginning of the movie says, "We're getting you at Thanksgiving."
Right.
Charlie's missing for an entire month.
No, yeah.
And I'd never thought about that until this time. And I was like,
100%.
They
100%.
have a reason to be panicking because he's been gone for a month.
For a whole month.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's true. I think Neil sucks. Laura, on the other hand, I think she's great.
Yes.
I actually think she's right about Scott and probably rightfully divorced him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Neil is an upgrade.
No.
I think she is a woman who might be better on her own. Honestly, like the men in her life suck.
Mm.
But I think she's right in how she maneuvers it and everything. I don't think she's exaggerating too much. I think the soccer scene is the only one where it's like, I think you're letting your disbelief in the actions of Scott kind of cloud how you respond, because you're responding kind of chaotically.
Yeah, she should have told Scott to leave.
Yes,
because now she's taking her son out of his soccer game.
She's yelling in the middle of a soccer field during a game.
Like she's becoming the problem in this moment.
Right. And that's the only issue I had is like, but you know, how do you respond to someone saying they're becoming Santa and then they kind of are becoming Santa? FedEx
Federal
made
Express.
Yeah, did you see that? I was like, dang.
When did they rebrand? That was my thought.
2000.
I muted myself on accident. I started typing and it
I was like, I did something.
No,
you did something.
It's a good thing I didn't hit the end button. Okay. Express. Become FedEx. Here we go. What? Became FedEx in 1994.
Literally after this movie came out.
The year this movie came out.
What a stupid move.
Yeah. Hey, let's sponsor this movie. Be a part of it. And
then completely rebrand. To a point where someone could make the mistake that Federal Express and FedEx are two different companies. Wild. Charlie's great. Charlie's a kid.
The actor
Eric Lloyd. He's phenomenal.
He was a cute kid.
He's a cute kid. He said his lines great. His emotional scale had a lot of space. Yeah, I thought he was great. He's like a full adult now. He has a beard in some of his photos.
Yeah. But he still looks like a kid. No.
He's in one episode of the Santa Clauses.
There were a few moments where he was a little bit annoying, but it's just like annoying kid.
Yeah.
Kind of like, oh, you never want to do what I want to do. Yeah. And it's like, but he did an excellent job of presenting himself as a disappointed kid.
Yeah. It was great. It was good. Those are all the characters I care about.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the quotes and
I have another thing.
What?
Peter Boyle
as
Mr. Whittle. Scott comes back to work. He's wearing sweatpants. He's gained a little bit of weight. He eats a bunch of junk food. They leave the office or leave the meeting room, and he's like, "What's coming over you, man? You look like the Pillsbury Doughboy." So Scott weighs himself. He's 193. That's not fat.
I don't know how tall he is.
That's the problem. How tall is Tim Allen? That's the one thing that I did not take into account here. Tim Allen is 5'10" and a half.
Oh, you had to get that half in there.
So like maybe that's like overweight for that size, but he wouldn't be like, I don't think 193 is enough to be like, you look like the Pillsbury Doughboy.
I mean,
and then here's the other thing that kicks it even more.
How much do skinny people weigh? I don't know how much skinny people weigh. Like how much should an average 5'10" male adult weigh? He's 5'10". I don't know what that is.
Let's do it. Okay. For a 5'10" male, healthy weight generally falls between 132 and 167. Wow.
Tristan, you eating the biscuits? You're doing all right, buddy?
Oh no. For a 40-year-old, sometimes
I will say, I already know, actually, he weighed about 140 pounds, 150 pounds. Because he said in his doctor's thing, he's like, I gained 40 pounds in a week or whatever it was.
So, I mean, this other thing says for like 40s, it makes sense to be between 159 and 194. So, like, it makes sense.
Yeah, but he was
150 something.
He was skinnier, like he wasn't a big guy.
150 something, and then he gains. So, like, that is a lot of weight that he gains in a week. But
would he be that swollen?
Would he be swollen enough for someone? And for someone who probably weighs just as much, if not more, to tell him that he looks like the Pillsbury Doughboy. And it's like, dude, you got the same gut. Like, I don't know what you're doing here.
Yeah.
Anyway.
There's a lot of quotes that have like one dislike. I don't know. They're funny. You know what? My mother has passed. I get it. It sucks. Maybe it's the 90s kid in me. I still think mom jokes are funny. I still think they're funny. When Laura's dropping off Charlie, she goes, here's Neil's mother's number. And Scott just goes, 1-800-SPANK me? I know that number.
I don't think I heard that one.
They may have cut it out of the Disney Plus version, but it's definitely in the original. To me, mom jokes are funny. I'm sorry.
A moment that it's not really a quote, but it's when he gets into the North Pole. He goes into the room, and Judy's like, "Oh, I'll go get you some hot cocoa." And so he starts to change into his pajamas, and the puppets go when he takes his pants off. It's a solid moment.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I like it. Now it's time for the review rewind, where we rewind by reading I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Anyway, we read a positive review, negative review, see where we fall. Metacritic, 57%. Rotten Tomatoes, 73%. Rotten Tomato audience, 66%. And IMDb audience, 6.6%. Wow. Kind of a weirdly negative response. I didn't check to see if they were like modern or all from the 90s, but... These two reviews, I think, are from the 90s. So go ahead and read the positive.
Yeah, it's interesting to me. I think often this is not me reading the thing. I think often Christmas movies tend to have lower critic reviews.
Yeah, negative. I don't know why they're so like reviewers hate Christmas films. It's like They're fun.
The grumpy. All right. Variety gave it a 90. This is a hip, likable spin on the seasonal icon, told with a deft mixture of comedy and sentimentality.
Boo, just on the verbiage.
It's saying this is a hip, likable spin.
Yeah. Man, weirdo. Anyway, Time Magazine gave it a 40. The Santa Claus presents us with an anti-Claus, Tim Allen of Home Improvement, hard-edged, discomfortingly frenetic, and spritzing cheerless one-liners. I don't think any of it is cheerless. Here's the thing. I don't actually think Scott Calvin has like a negative view on Christmas. He has a negative view on his ex-wife. Like, he's mad about his divorce. He's not mad about Christmas.
Yeah, and he's the one who's like, why did you tell him Santa doesn't exist? Like,
yeah.
He, even though he himself probably
whatever, yeah.
It, like he's upset that his kid, the magic was taken from his kid.
Yeah. And hey, you know what? You know who are the biggest monsters? That fucking toy company having a Christmas party on Christmas Eve?
Yeah.
Fucking monsters. Also,
okay, hold on. We're backtracking for a second here. What time was that Christmas party happening for him to have time to be late to come and greet his son to bring him home?
It's the Midwest. I bet you it was 3 p.m.
And then cook an entire meal that would have taken 4 hours, burn the meal,
go to Denny's.
They
did not think of time when they wrote that opening.
What happened?
No, I don't know. That's a good point.
And then there was something else that
this movie is in a time vacuum. I think that's what we're going to call it from now on. Yeah. Where the timelines just don't make any sense. It's a time vacuum. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
anyway.
There was something else, but it escaped my mind and I don't remember anymore.
So, for a pinnacle, we watched Jingle All the Way, which was dog shit.
Bad.
We watched Claus, which was fucking awesome.
So good.
Let's just compare this only to Jingle All the Way, because it's around the same time, the 90s movie craze. Where do you put it?
Oh, it's so much better than...
Yeah, it's so much better than Jingle All the Way.
Yeah. We gave Jingle All the Way an F for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. This one, I think it's probably like a solid C. Like,
I was gonna say a C+.
Yeah,
because I think the jokes are actually still pretty good. I laughed a bit watching this.
Yeah.
It's just the whole, like, the timeline doesn't make any sense.
Oh, I remembered.
What?
Okay, so they why can't Laura and Neil share about like when they stopped believing in Christmas?
Right.
And she had the dating game and he had the Oscar Mayer weenie whistle.
Right.
Why didn't Santa bring those to them?
I was trying to figure that the fuck out too.
Because that's Santa Claus's fault.
Yeah. There's a lot of lore in this movie that makes Santa seem real bad, but they don't ever really fix it.
Yeah, they're like
other than the elves are God. And that they are predestining this whole thing, and Laura and Neil had to be in this situation to allow Scott to become Santa, and thus Scott giving them the gifts, thus fixing
what was wronged.
But that's a lot of fucking trauma to put people through just to get a Santa.
Neil stopped believing at 3 years old.
Neil's a piece of shit, though.
Maybe because he didn't get his Oscar
Maybe because he doesn't believe in Santa.
C+. That feels good.
That feels great. Tristan.
Hi.
I know we're late on it, but thanks for watching this movie with me.
Hey, thanks.
Audience, we hope you enjoy it. watch the Santa Claus. It's fun. Don't watch the rest. The others suck, but this is fun.
Yeah.
We'll be back, and we're gonna watch one more Christmas movie, and then we're going to next year. And oh my gosh, it's gonna be so good. And lovely listeners, remember, review those rewinds, and we will see you next time. Jello pudding. Sorry.
Okay.